Hi guys, I'm Lena from Infected Rain and you're watching Metalshop TV.
So, Lena from Infected Rain, how are you doing?
Very good actually, thank you. Thank you for asking, yeah.
You played 3 shows of your tour so far.
Yes.
So how did you enjoy those shows?
Really good. This tour is very unique and special for us because it's the first tour for us that was totally and completely organized by a booking company. So, you know, all these years, for 10 years, we've been doing it by ourselves. We got help, of course, here and there for one show, for a few shows, but never for a full tour yet. And it was pretty challenging because we didn't know how it is going to be. Is everything going to be the way we like it or the way we got used to it? And also we are touring for the first time in a nightliner, which is also a big, huge deal, especially for a girl, because I got used to my own boys and I got used to their company. But here we are traveling with other bands as well, bands that are supporting us on this tour. And I'm very thankful because everybody is so friendly, so clean and so respectful. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, you are playing in Czech Republic quite a lot.
Sure.
So, do you have some special memories about Czech Republic or anything interesting that happened to you in here? What comes to your mind when we say Czech Republic?
Well, I think the first thing that comes to my mind is Brutal Assault, because it was the first big festival in Czech Republic that we played, and we were very nervous because we got a very early time. But when we got on the stage, we got such a big crowd. It was full with people. A lot of people had Moldovan flags. And that support gave us so much energy and so much power. I remember having, when we ended the set list, I couldn't believe I have to go away from the stage. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, it was really awesome. We also met so many cool bands and cool fans there. We met one of the biggest Czech fan that it became our friend now. Her name is Mirka, and I have a special love and respect for this girl because she's promoting the band a lot in Czech Republic. She has a Czech Instagram page for Czech fans, and she is so amazing. She always is here for us if we need anything regarding Czech Republic, you know. But other than that, definitely Czech Republic, among with some other countries in the world, are somewhere there in a top of the list of our favorite places to play, for sure.
Okay. And have you ever tried Czech beer?
I don't drink beer.
No?
No. But my boys do.
You don't drink at all, or?
No, I do drink sometimes. I like to drink wine, or very rare, sometimes I drink Jägermeister.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't drink wine. I'm sorry, I don't drink beer. My boys drink beer and they really like Czech beer, actually. I don't know which one is their favorite. I have no idea. But they talk about it all the time, for sure.
Maybe you should try Czech beer. It's going to change your life. That's for another time. Okay. Well, let's get to the music.
Yeah, let's do it.
You have released your new single, Passerby, a couple of weeks ago. So tell me a bit more about this specific song, because I guess from the lyrics and how you sing them, it must be something personal to you.
Well, all my songs, all my lyrics are very personal because I write about my own life experience or life situations or even about specific people around me. This song is very strong and very unique because it actually, it is about everybody around me that started having so many expectations for me as a musician or as a singer or as a model or as somebody there that has the spotlight, you know, like all the time. Basically, it's a song that is full with emotions. I'm talking about my own frustration, about all these expectations that people maybe sometimes even unwillingly have towards you. I want I would like this to stop, because not only towards me, but towards any artist in general, because we are also human beings and we have the right to be human. We have the right to look tired. We have the right to look angry. We have the right to look in love. You know, all these human things have to be okay around us as well. But for some reason, some of the people, I'm not talking specifically about fans, people in general, they forget about that and then expect you to be perfect all the time. Yeah. And they don't even care about how you feel. They don't care about what's going on in your heart or in your mind. They just demand from you over and over and over again. And that's why, unfortunately, some of the people decide to stop their life, or to stop their art career, or to just switch doing something else, because the pressure is very big, and I cannot even imagine how big this pressure is going to be in years. And I don't want this to be ever the reason for any artist in the world to stop doing what they're doing. Yes. So this is basically what this song about.
Okay. Well, and I guess Passerby is a part of something much bigger. Yes. So do you have a new record coming out, and when can we expect it?
Well, actually, I can't really tell you exact dates. It's not really a secret, but we are still figuring out certain things. As you know, we just signed with a label. Yeah. So now we work as a team together. So now the decisions are made together. And I'm very happy to tell you that recently we decided that our new album, that is called Endorphin, is going to come out closer to the end of summer and beginning of fall. And you guys are the first people to know about it.
Okay.
You are the first people.
Headlines.
You are the first ones.
Okay.
I don't know the exact month or date, but we are going to do our best to make it happen together with our team, with Napalm Records.
Okay, so thank you for this piece of information.
You're welcome.
How would you compare the new record to the previous one, 86?
I don't think it is, but not. How to explain? It is and it isn't. It's still us, and musically we didn't change much. For example, there's a very big change between Embrace Eternity and 86, okay, because we changed the sound of the guitars, and we changed some of the views on music we had before. With 86 and Endorphin, not many things like that are going to be different, but because we are releasing this album for the first time with a record label, it is definitely going to be different, because we are finally having somebody to take care of us, and we're finally having somebody that is going to try to bring our band to a different level and to another step. So it is definitely a different step for the band, but not for the listeners, not for the fans. Yeah. We are going to give you the same emotion of 86, but maybe a little bit stronger. Yeah. The whole album has a really interesting atmosphere. It is a little bit melancholic, but at the same time it's not sad. It's not a sad album. So I can't tell you more, unfortunately, because we are still working on some of the songs. We recorded more than half already, and a lot of cool stuff is coming out. So I don't want to make promises that are not gonna, happen. Okay. So, but yeah, it's going to be definitely something new. Okay,
so we're looking forward to the rest of it.
Oh, me too. Well, like never before.
Yeah. Well, you already mentioned it, but now you are under a big label, yeah, Napalm Records. So with that being said, are you thinking of maybe taking this whole thing to another level and maybe expand it to, let's say, United Kingdom, United States, maybe the markets that need to be more explored?
Definitely. Well, as you guys know already, the band exists from 2008. And we come from a very small and pretty poor country of Eastern Europe. That is why our band made very small and slow paces towards where we are right now. It took us 10 years to be here, and obviously with the signing of a label, the things are going to accelerate and the things are going to go faster. And one of the reasons why we never played in countries that require visas is basically the fact that we were an independent band. And obviously it's not only about money, actually, it's also about the trust of the government. Not everybody trusts us that you are going to just do music and come back, you know, because as I said, the country we come from is small and pretty poor, and a lot of people from smaller and you know, more different countries, they try to find a better life in different countries. So, you know, in order to avoid problems or illegal activities like that, obviously governments or embassies of certain countries, they are very careful with who they give visas to. So that was the main reason why we couldn't go play in those countries. So we definitely are looking forward to finally go and tour those places, because we have so many fans thanks to internet and thanks to people that believe in Infected Rain, and they share and you know, comment all over internet. You know, many people know about us and are waiting for us, and I'm very excited.
The hype is definitely growing. Yeah. Okay. So, well, speaking of UK, yesterday, sadly, we've lost Keitha Flinta of the Prodigy. Yes. Do you personally have, like, do you like the Prodigy? Did you listen to them ever? A lot?
I'm a huge fan. The Prodigy was probably my first band that was not metal. Yes. And I'm doing this because I still consider Prodigy an alternative band. And they were first in this cool, crazy genre that they were doing. And the band was such big talent, and they were not afraid to experiment with music and looks. And I'm talking about, you know, like later 80s and 90s. Those times were like hard to be alternative and to be underground, you know. And huge respect for that band. I saw them playing live when I was 18, I think, in Italy at a show. It was a metal festival, actually, one of the first metal festivals that I was visiting as a teenager. And I remember thinking, wow, this festival is so metal. How are the Prodigy going to deal with the metal crowd, you know? And they fucking nailed it. They destroyed it. They are so good live.
As they always do.
As they always do, but I'm talking about like I'm talking about 15 years ago.
Yes.
You know, that's when I saw them live for the first time. Unfortunately, that was my first time, and unfortunately I only saw them one more time in Kiev, Ukraine, and that's it. I never seen them after, unfortunately. They played even once in Moldova not too long ago, which was a huge thing because big bands don't really come to Moldova, and especially our alternative bands. There are not too many people that invest in such festivals or such shows. So, but I missed it because we were on tour, unfortunately. But yeah, I have big respect for that band, and it broke my heart when I found out. I found out actually from our tour photographer Emanuela. She had some, I think she had the news before even internet blew up with all the news, because of all her, you know, connections with other people in that industry. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. It's very sad that we're losing these heroes.
Yes. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I was at a concert in Prague. Otep, singer, American singer.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago, played here in Prague, and there was a pretty interesting situation that happened.
Was it a good show? Good show?
Very solid show.
Yeah, I'm asking because I've been to her shows as well, and I was curious.
It was very solid, but something happened. Some guy shouted at her, "Show me your boobs."
Okay.
During the show, and
typical of men.
Yes, and she's like, she's not gonna let that happen. So she punched him real hard.
Also, he was close to the stage.
Yes, he was in a front row. And she busted his face wide open. It was like a really brutal.
She is a beast. She is a big, amazingly fit woman.
Yes.
He has balls to say that to a woman like that.
Yes, and I think he regrets it now.
Yeah.
But does this happen to you?
Oh
that, that men are like disrespecting you because you are a girl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you brought it up, actually, I didn't really want to say that, but if you brought this up, I will tell it also exclusively only for you. 2 days ago at our show, I had a very similar situation with a guy that slapped my ass on the stage. And somebody told me that in Czech Republic it's pretty normal. It's like giving your respect. But I don't care.
I don't know if that's normal.
I don't know if that was true or not, but that's not my point. My point is people are just so limited sometimes. I definitely don't make conclusions about a country or a show because of one motherfucker.
Yes.
For sure. I don't let one idiot to ruin my impression about other people and other fans. I'm not that kind of a person, but for the first time in 10 years of the existence of the band, of 10 years of me being on the stage, I had to say something in a microphone about it, and I was pretty serious about it too. I even looked at him and, you know, I told him that this is crazy and this is really unrespectful, and the fact that I'm a girl doesn't have to give you the reason to do that, because it's in metal, there shouldn't be, especially in metal, there shouldn't be the difference between a man and a woman, or a boy and a girl, or a black person and a white person, or a religious person and a fucking Satanist. I don't care. Nobody cares. Yeah. You know, actually, our guitar player told us this cool story that I'm going to tell it to you. Metal has as a symbol always a skull. You know why? Because it's very hard, without being an expert, to say out just by looking at the skull, was it a female or a male, black or white, religious or whatever the fuck, homeless, rich guy, it doesn't matter. That's why metal is cool. That's why we like metal. We are here to share our art, not to share our bodies. Like, this is a different kind of a show. Maybe he needed to go to a different show. But I was very mad.
It needs to stop.
It needs to stop. And this things doesn't only happen on the shows. This things happens online a lot.
Yes.
And that is also another reason why certain lyrics, certain like phrases in the lyrics pass by. Okay. There is also certain parts of the lyrics in mold. Trust me, like the dick pictures I receive, or the threats I receive, or the sexual like things people write, you know, I try to ignore. It's easy to ignore when it's online. It's sometimes easy to ignore when you're not like face to face, but sometimes your patience have limits. And I'm sure that men have also a lot of issues with fans. Definitely, it's just different kind of issues.
Yes.
And I would definitely, I agree with OTEP. I mean, I don't like physical like violence, definitely. But when a girl kicks the shit out of a man, that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty impressive.
It's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
This is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But okay. I saw you posted a picture with Nergal from Behemoth a couple of days ago on Instagram. So, with that being said, can you recall your biggest fanboy moment when you were like, oh my god, I cannot believe that I met this person, I'm talking to this person, like from the metal scene, I think.
Well, I think it happened to me a lot, actually. I'm feeling very honored and very emotional every time when we like share the stage with somebody big, even if it's not like somebody that I have in my playlist, but I know them and I have huge respect for them, or vice versa, it's somebody that I'm listening since I was a kid and now we are sharing the stage together. You know, it happens to me all the time. I think the biggest moment though for me, it was 2 years ago at a festival in Germany. when I met Jonathan Davis. I had an opportunity to actually even talk to him for, I don't know, 20 minutes. He is the nicest person in the world, and I didn't have doubts that he was nice. But I know after all these years of being on the stage and dealing with fans, sometimes certain artists just separate themselves from fans, and I don't judge them, absolutely. And I like that he really gave me that moment, and I shared with him that, you know, I listened to Korn when I was a kid, and I saw them playing live so many times, and it's a huge honor to be here with them on the stage. And he was very friendly, very down to earth, and everybody else from the band, the drummer Ray, and their they have a keyboard player on tours, Davey. He's amazing. We are actually friends now. Yeah, they are super cool people, and we always have to remember that it doesn't matter how big, how much we idolize certain people, they are still people. Again, this is why passerby. Yes. They are still people, and it all depends of how you react. They will always be nice to you if you're nice. Like you said before, we started this interview about the story and that guy that I sent his ass. Yes. You know, maybe certain people wouldn't like that, but he was so calm about it and so nice about it and so easy about it that it was
fun about it.
It was super easy for me to do that, you know, and I don't have any issues. I don't have problems with anything usually, unless you're being aggressive or pushy. So I feel like it's pretty much the same for everybody else, you know, unless they have, you know, weird situation in the past. But I definitely think that I feel this emotion in my belly, you know, this funny emotion every time we play with somebody or just meet somebody that, you know, either we know it's big or we actually listen to. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Well, so the last question, who is your biggest idol when we speak about female fronted bands or women in rock? Who do you think is really, really good?
In metal?
In metal and rock. Do you have someone like that? It doesn't have to be right now, from the past
yeah,
also.
No, I understand. Well, I definitely have a lot of respect for everybody that ever did anything for metal in the past, in the present, and whoever is going to do it in the future, because this is an alternative music and it's not for everybody, and you have to really have balls to, you know, dedicate yourself to this genre. So I don't know.
So you didn't have like one idol, like no. You were like, I want to be like her.
No, absolutely no. No. Okay. I definitely like and admire a lot of them, but I was never trying to take examples from anybody, because I always wanted, especially when I became a musician, I always wanted to be myself and to be the best version of myself. And as I also like the way my vocal teacher Melissa Cross says, also about the voice, don't try to be like somebody else. Let them be themselves and you be yourself. That's the best you can give to your fans. When you're trying to be somebody else, or you're playing a role, or you're lying to yourself, sooner or later your fans are going to realize that, and they won't like that. You won't like that. You will start hating yourself when you see yourself in the mirror. So that's why I tried from the beginning to be very true to myself and to my own beliefs, and yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Lena.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciate it.
Thanks again for all the questions.
Thank you. Have a great show tonight.
Thank you.
So, Lena, Infected Rain for Metalshop TV. Rock on.
Stay metal, guys.